Island Hopping Series takes us to Kauai this morning, and joining us is State Representative and Kauai High grad Derek Kawakami. He represents District 14 from Honolulu to Waipoli. Good morning to you, Representative. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Well, you know, there's a lot going on Kauai, we know. Let's start with, first of all, you know, the growing film industry over there, which we all are very proud of, but especially for Kauai, it really means a lot.
Absolutely. You know, Kauai, it's a huge part of our economy, and it allows us to showcase our beautiful environment, our people, and it lets us really showcase to the rest of the world what we have to offer. So we're very blessed whenever a film comes to Kauai. We've recently been blessed to have The Descendants, the Pirates of the Caribbean, and there's a lot of hands that go into making these projects come to Kauai. And so I just want to give them a big thanks.
And hopefully it continues to grow over
Absolutely.
there, right? Well, tourism is also part of that outset of the growing film industry over there. So what have you been seeing? I know the neighbor islands have always kind of been a little bit slower as far as picking up on tourism numbers, but you guys have...
Well, there has been an uptick in tourism, and yes, it is a big, huge provider of jobs, and so we continue to strive to promote our tourist industry, and with organizations like the Kauai Visitors Bureau, County of Kauai, doing everything they can to promote tourism. Any help we can receive definitely trickles down to the mom and pops, to the local businesses and retailers.
Diversifying the economy.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay. Well, you know, I know that also Kauai is still trying to recover from the recent rains that we had, the recent flooding that really damaged many parts of the Kauai, right?
Absolutely.
And so, what's happening with that as far as the recovery efforts?
Well, as far as the recovery efforts, we're very thankful to have the federal funding come down, and the State House and Senate leadership were very generous to appropriate funds to DLNR, Department of Transportation, for the recovery efforts. I mean, Kauai, we like to think of ourselves as kind of like the shield for the rest of the state. For some reason, we get all the big storms. We got the hurricanes, the heavy flooding. Recently, we have had roads get washed away. And DOT has been amazing as far as getting the roads back up and functioning. But more importantly, the people have been extremely resilient and patient. We hardly got any complaints, and it was just amazing the amount of effort and patience on the part of our residents to overcome these challenges. And you know, the efforts to recover are still ongoing. There's going to be road closures down in the Honolulu area, and I just want to thank the residents out there for being extremely patient and understanding while we try to get things back to where we were before.
Sounds really good. Well, one last thing. You mentioned that wrestling on Kauai at the public schools is something that you're actually working on. And I didn't know this, but you're saying that there's no wrestling on the schools on Kauai?
Absolutely. We're the only island without a wrestling program. And, you know, there's a gentleman by the name of Coach Mack on the west side who's made this his vision quest over the course of many years, and we're very fortunate to have the KIF board, as well as the principals, athletic trainers get behind this, and as well as the Kauai delegation, Senator Kochi, Rep. Tokioka, Rep. Marikawa, and myself, just pushing to get wrestling into our high schools. Wrestling is such an important sport. It covers and encompasses a broad scope of kids that may not be interested in football, basketball, or baseball. It's a way to get them healthy. It teaches them a lot of good life skills like being resilient, being able to overcome adversity. And so we're undergoing a fundraising effort because we've got to raise half the funds. And we're halfway there. And so if you want to Google KIF Wrestling Donation Drive, just Google that. It'll lead you to a link where you can kokua too.
Okay, all right. Thanks so much, Representative, for coming in and talking to us about some of the issues. And we're going to talk with you again in a little bit, and you're going to showcase some of the products from Kauai that make Kauai so unique. So stick around for that. And to see this interview again, though, you just head to the top video section of our website, kitv.com. And, of course, tune in tomorrow as our Island Hopping Series wraps up on the Valley Isle. Wear your Maui pink. Maui Mayor Alan Arakawa joins us for a live interview, plus Aloha Friday music by Kauai's Napua Makua. And that's all tomorrow, but stay with us. We'll be right back. Now, 6:48.